Hi, so welcome to today's video lesson. And in today's video lesson, we're going to be taking examples as relating to motion under gravity. Now, how do I know that this question is a motion under gravity question? Now, I see the question. A ball is released from a height of 20 meters. Calculate time takes to fall to the ground and the velocity for which it hits the ground. That's basically motion under gravity. Okay, now the first thing we gave us was height. That the height is equals to 20 meters. Calculate the time t it reaches the ground, and it has to calculate the velocity at which it uses to hit the ground. So you have this ball released from a height. So that means when it was released, just immediately when it was released, then it started with an initial speed of 0 meters per second. Because that's the starting point. So it's at rest just before it starts to move. Then as it comes down, of course it accelerates acceleration due to gravity G. So it accelerates at 10 meters per second squared, and the height is actually 20 meters high. Okay, good. And so from 0 it's going to attain a particular velocity after some time. We're going to attain some particular velocity after some time. V equals, we don't know what that is. Now we have to calculate time. Now to do that, we would have to say we have these three equations of motion. So you have V equals U plus GT. We have H equals, because we're doing motion under gravity, equals UT plus half GT squared, and then we have V squared equals U squared plus 2GH. So from this question, which of the three formulas do you think we can use? So we have U, we are looking for T as well. We are looking for T, we have G, and we have H. Okay, so from here we can't use this. Why? Because we have two unknowns, V and T. All right, can we use this? Can we use this? H, we have it 20. We have U 0. We don't know T. That's what we're looking for. We have G. Okay, so we can just use H. Let's use H equals to UT plus half GT squared. So what's our H? Our H is 20. Our H is 20. What's our U? Our U is 0 meters per second. 0 multiplied by T plus half. Our G is 10 times T squared. That's what we're looking for. So all of this, that's 20, equals 0 multiplied by that, that's 0. Then 2 here 1, 2 here 5. So we have 5T squared. So we're dividing both sides by 5. So we divide both sides by 5. We have 5 here 1, 5 here 4. And so we have T squared equals to 4. So we take the roots of both sides because of the square on T. I have T equals to square root of 4 is actually 2 seconds. So time is actually 2 seconds. So that's the time it takes to fall back to fall to the ground. And then we have second question says that we should find the velocity at which it hits the ground. That's V. So can we do that? Yes, using this formula V U G T. Yes, so we can use this because now we know our T. So we can just basically use V is equal to, what's our u? Our u is 0, plus what's our g? Our g is 10, then times what's our t? We got our t to be 2 seconds, times 2, and so we have v equals 20, because this time this is actually 20 and 0 plus this is 20, so that's 20 meters per second is our v. So that's how to solve that. So let's take another example. So we have this example: a ball is thrown upwards with a velocity of 40 meters per second. So a ball is thrown upwards. So with a velocity, that's initial velocity is 40 meters per second. Since it's starting from the ground upwards, calculate the maximum height reached. What is that maximum height that's going to get to before it drops back down? Okay, so we already said that at maximum height, the speed here has to be 0. So that means here has to be meters per second. So that means it starts from 40 as it goes up, as because of acceleration due to gravity, which is g, 10 meters per second square. If it uses the speed and it is back to 0, then it begins to fall, drop down under the influence of gravity. Okay, so listen now the equations of motions that we have. V equals u plus gt, and sorry, v equals to u plus gt, then h equals ut plus half gt squared, and v squared equals u squared plus 2gh. Okay, good. So we are looking for the maximum height reached, seeing that we have our u and our v, and we have our g, which is 10 meters per second squared. So can we use this? No, we can't use this. Why? Because we don't even have h we are asked to look for, so that's out of it. This one has h, but no v replaced with t, but we don't have t in this question, so let's just delete that. So let's use this. We have v, we have u, we have h. Okay, so we are using this. So v is 0 squared, u is 40 squared, plus 2 times g is 10, h is what we're looking for, maximum height, and so that's 0 equals 40 squared is 1600. Then now I know you'll be wondering that why did I use plus here? Actually, it's not supposed to be plus, it's supposed to be minus. Why? Or better still, don't let me make that plus. My g is supposed to be minus because it's going against gravity. So I'm going to write that as minus 20. This is minus 10, minus 20h. So I'm going to call this minus 28. Why? Because the ball is going against gravity. See, the ball is going up, but gravity is coming down. So it's against gravity, so it has to be minus. So let's take note of that as well. So I'm going to take this to the other side. It becomes minus 1600 divided by minus 20h. So I'm dividing both sides by minus 20. So then my h becomes minus cancels out minus, 0 cancels out 0. So when 60 divided by 2 is actually 80. So my maximum height is actually 80 meters. Alright, so the next question asks us to calculate the time reached, the time to actually get to maximum height. So what's the time to actually get to maximum height? Now since we've gotten our v, our u, so we can use this formula. We have v, we have u, we're just looking for t. So v equals to u plus gt. So what's v? Are these 0? Yes, because it's going up. You can see R V 0. U is actually 40 plus G. His ball is going up, so it's going against gravity, so that will be minus 10t. Okay, so I'm bringing this here down. I have minus 40 equals to minus 10t. Then I divide both sides by minus 10. So if I divide both sides by minus 10, I have t equals minus cancels out minus. I have 40 divided by 10, 0 cancels 0. So I have 4 seconds. So the time it takes to actually get to its maximum height is 4 seconds. Another thing, the question says that the time to reach the ground again. What is the time to actually reach the ground again? That is, if it takes 4 seconds to actually get the ball up to its maximum height, the same time if it takes t time, it's going to take the same amount of time t to actually get down to the ground. So that means the amount of time it takes from the ground level to maximum height is the same amount of time it's going to take from maximum height down to ground level. So in this case, it takes 4 seconds from ground level to maximum height. So therefore, it has to take 4 seconds down back. So total time taken to go up and to come down back is actually 4 multiplied by 2, and that is 8 seconds. So it takes about 8 seconds to do that. So that's your answer, 8 seconds. All right, so that's how to solve questions relating to motion under gravities.